Feed the beast.
Brilliant. Yeah.
You know, so now now we have a place for interaction. And I've got panels. I've got 1, 2, 3, eventually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels in this page. And the first one is going to be, you know, the guy, the bartender. The bartender is what has horns on his head. You know, you've got here an area where you could see an A. That's a barrel, and he's doing he's got the spigot going on, like, you know, like on tap, and he's saying, "Oh, hey, next panel." He looks out and he says, "Hey, boss, we're running low on barrel A. This is the area for a real large close-up of the boss. That's Snake Eyes." I'm looking just for shapes, you know, within the page, and to say, okay, how is this shape different? Well, I've just suddenly pulled back. If you look at in terms of going from here to there, we're pulling back the camera, and we're seeing this, you know, the really the headshot of Snake Eyes, seeing the far shot of the bartender looking at him. I want people to understand how non-specific we are.
Well, the world building too, you know, these are cues. What you're doing here is you're cueing yourself to remember and to develop the story that you're doing as you're going. It's very important that people don't realize, or that they don't think, oh, you know, the people are going to see this. Not necessarily. People aren't going to see this. It's a different format for us because we're trying to teach something. But for you as the creator, you need to get something that's going to work for you. But this could be a very duplicatable effort for, I can see a lot of artists and a lot of writers doing this. I can see myself doing. I do something very similar to this as well.
The important thing is, as we are moving things together and we're building on this, we're creating tone. None of this is, I mean, I may have an idea or a feeling, but you need to be able to let it percolate as you're doing it. I mean, what we're doing is the equivalent of getting all the ingredients for a very elaborate but very specific type of meal, and we're starting to saying, okay, I got to put this together. I need this here. This will works with that element here, and you start chopping it. You haven't done anything together. You're not presenting yet.
Yeah, you're still prepping. Yeah.
You're still and that's exactly right. We're prepping.
Yep.
So we're going to here, now that we've got we know Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is now turning and looking at a hooker. This is the place here. Looking, we've gone from here. Can I? Is this working?
Yep.
To there. That's Snake Eyes. He looks over his shoulder, and here is where Cherry is walking in. He says, "Okay, Cherry, go sniff out one." Okay, and she says, "Okay, Snake Eyes." There's a second gal coming in saying, "Hey, give me a shot." Okay, we're now having interaction and say, "Well, what's going on here?" And so Cherry says to Pixie, "Oh," and just, really just, kisses her on the nose or whatnot, and says, "Oh, Pixie, you're cute. Yeah, so your cute little nose can only distinguish one vintage."
Yes, one vintage.
And so here we are talking about tone. How these gals, they have their talent, but one is not quite as good as the other one. So we have some kind of interaction, and it's not just about, I'm going to tell you what you are. They are playing against each other. They've got a whole history, and I'm trying to do that with dialogue and without it being pedantic.
Yeah. And that's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not. It's not. Let's go to the next one here. And what I do here is we go from that panel down, down to here. And basically this one here, Cherry kisses Pixie on the nose.
Okay.
That's where we have that. Then Pixie is kind of like, she's got, she's got, little hearts coming up there. Who knows what their relationship is? It could be romantic, but it's idea. Yep. It's not just, it's not like, oh, what are you doing? No, it's just, oh, that was cute. So anyway, Freckles is a card shop. So I've got Pixie out there, reacting. We've got a card sharp, saying, Freckles saying, get us a fat one. And this here is Cherry, and she's got a sign that she's going to carry, and she says something like, she carries the sign. And at this point, I didn't put in the sign, the dialogue, but she says something to the effect of, it says, "Don't I always?"
Got it.
So now you've got this beginning. Okay, so already we have all of this element going on, and we're going to say, okay, she's going outside, she's getting ready, she's got the sign, and what's the next thing that's going to happen? And can we turn the page?
Is this and that the thing I like about it, it's the story itself, though, I can already picture, and I'm sure you do, I can already picture the full, almost the smell of the inside of the bar. That's what you've developed here. And one page, simple, three Post-it notes. That's it.
Yeah, the 3 Post-it notes, and I haven't used all the material.
Right.
Yet. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And something of this sort is like, with this page, I use the ideas from, Post-it notes number 3 and 4. You go back and look at them as jumping off points.
Yes.
I let my imagination run with those beats. So, that was that point where while I was doing that and playing around with this material, I then created an additional idea, putting the names of separate hookers, and that's Cherry, BB, and Pixie. So playing around is molding. I mean, I'm not trying to be exact, because I could go back and just change it.
Yeah.
And allow it to breathe.
Yeah, you don't want to be too rigid in this type of level where you're at right now,
right?
Because of plasticity, that's the whole idea. It's malleable. Even the beginning is malleable.